Hello, and welcome to another session of QTrain. In today's session, we want to review the task that you guys have been assigned that will be due on tomorrow, Tuesday, February the 2nd, which is the student growth spreadsheet. As you recall, on January the 12th, we conducted a PL in reference to our next steps. On January the 15th, I believe I sent an email out in reference to the PowerPoint that we discussed during our PL and a sample of the student growth spreadsheet. Today, I would like to just give an overview of what you have been asked to do. Well, for starters, you've been asked on your spreadsheet to identify and mark your level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 0 students. Remember, 0 students are students who do not have scores. We ask that you identify on your student growth spreadsheet students who are FAY students, which are students that have been enrolled in your class for greater than 65% of the school year thus far. We ask that you identify your students by subgroup, update your spreadsheet with current Lexile and milestone scores, and revise your academic student growth spreadsheet with your students' pre, post, and common assessments. Those are the specific things that we will be looking for. Okay, let's get started. Okay, this is our student growth spreadsheet. If you notice on the bottom, we have our My Students tab, Attendance Hot List, Discipline Hot List, and Star Monitoring Report. Today we're going to focus on My Students tab. Okay, now let's refer back to the PowerPoint. You were asked to label your level 4 students magenta, your level 3 students green, your level 2 students yellow, your level 1 students orange, your level 0 students blue, your high achiever students orange, and we're going to show you where to highlight high achiever, and your gifted students gold. Okay, let's go ahead and look at that first. Okay, the first thing I did was I went ahead and made sure I had 2 columns. One column was for my milestone levels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 0. And then using SLDS, we actually identified the specific score, numerical score, attributed to the child's performance level. The reason why we included both is because while we do want to know who our levels 1 through 0, levels 0 through 4 students are, there are times when I want to know, well, how close was this student to the next level? That's important to me. Okay, let's do this. We've already noted our level 1 students. So what I did was I filtered out my level 1 students, and then I went to their names and I just highlighted it orange. Simple. Okay, next I'm going to go to my level 2 students. I highlighted their names and I changed the color, the fill color, to yellow. Then I went to my level 3 students. I made sure I was all the way at the top of the spreadsheet. I highlighted their names, and then I changed the color to green. I did that for level 4, and I also did it for my 0 students. Those are students and which I don't have milestone scores for. Okay, now to be able to see all of your students again, just cut the filter off by selecting all under. Remember, the filter was on the milestone levels. So I'm going to select all, meaning I want to see all 4 levels. Okay, so we have done that. Okay, so we have noted using SLDS all of the students who are level 1 and their scores. I have noted all of my students who are FAY. If they're FAY, I said that they were yes. I put a yes. If they were not FAY, meaning they've been in my class for greater than 65% of the school year thus far, I put an N, and I changed the color to red or orange, so I'll know, hey, that's a child whose score won't count. Okay, we also ask that you identify those students who are gifted and high achiever. Now, under the gifted column, what we did was we identified those students, and then we just wrote HA for high achiever and highlighted the cell orange by just clicking the cell, changing it to orange. Okay, I did that for gifted, but for gifted, I made it gold. I typed GFT and made it gold. Well, I believe that is it for this part. During the second part, what we're going to do is we're going to use the spreadsheet to analyze assessment scores. Before we end this session, I would like to add a disclaimer. Please be advised that back in September, we started the student growth spreadsheet. If you would go to the Help tab from my Instructional Reminder homepage, there were 5 videos that showed you how to extract information from SLDS and paste it in your spreadsheet. Okay, that was done between September and I want to say November. Therefore, now we're picking up after we have already completed the initial task that we had been working on from September to November. Thanks a lot. Have an awesome day.